Everybody, so tonight I want to talk to you about the crypto.com and the CRO token, the CRO token. I am bullish on crypto.com token, especially with the recent announcements of the $70 billion token burn. And last night I was running some numbers, simple math, to figure out. So if 30 billion tokens divided by 10 million users, which they announced recently on Twitter, they have 10 million users. So that leaves roughly about 3,000 tokens per user. And of course, the more users that join the platform, then that number, the 3,000, goes down. So we have fewer and fewer tokens available per user. So that's one of the things that I'm bullish about. I'm bullish actually in general with utility tokens, specifically the crypto.com token, the CRO, the Voyager token, which is the VGX, and also with the, of course, Binance has the BNB, and BNB has done really well. They're at $200 and something lately, and the Cell token from Celsius. So let me go through real quick. So Celsius will actually reinvest 80% of their profits in buying back the Cell token to pay out in interest to users. So they're one of the biggest buyers of the Cell token to go ahead. We can issue that back to members who are invested or staked in Celsius. Voyager, you know what? I don't know exactly how they do it, but I know that it is a utility token, and it was late at night when I was watching the video, so I don't remember the details. But I know that it's very favorable for VGX, so we can expect that VGX is going to rise in the coming months dramatically. So VGX is going to do really well. I think they're at about $6 a token right now, and it's gonna do really well. The other one that I was talking about was the let's see, Celsius, Voyager, Binance. So Binance, the BNB token, they will burn a certain percentage of tokens based on their profits for the quarter. So every quarter they'll take a certain amount of tokens, burn those, and those are out of the circulation, which leaves fewer and fewer tokens, and so the value goes up for the tokens. And so I think that's a long run. That's very good for BNB. It's done well for them. And so based on the way that those tokens are working, the Celsius, the Voyager, and BNB, I have good expectations that the CRO token by crypto.com will do well for them as well, or for us actually as members, because now that there's only 3,000 tokens per user, we're also looking at the launch of the mainnet, which ties up a lot of tokens and transactions. You need liquidity in other places, and that's going to tie up some tokens. We're also looking at staking requirements to be able to do some things on the exchanges, which aren't available right now. And I think what's going to really do the trick for a lot of people is if they launch a credit product in the United States. So that's another thing, is that like right now crypto.com is fighting. They're doing really well profitably with one hand tied behind their back because they haven't launched the exchange in the US. Once the US has access to the exchange, you can expect that a lot of that CRO token is going to be tied up to provide liquidity for those users who jump in. And also the credit products aren't available in the US, or as credit becomes more available on the crypto.com platform, then it makes sense to stake or to deposit your tokens and not cash them out and use them as collateral to borrow against. So you can't do that in the US right now. I'm for sure in other countries it's not available either, but as that becomes more and more available, then there's less incentive for you to sell your stake when you can borrow against it and use it for other things, right? So I think those are some things that in the future, if crypto.com is able to figure out how to get through these jurisdictional problems more easily or more efficiently, that will drive up the price of the CRO token. So I can't predict how far the token is, but based on the way BNB has gone up to $200 and some dollars. The way that Celsius token is at running at $5 right now. How Voyager's at $6. And am I missing one? Sure. No, I can't remember. Anyways, so based on those other utility tokens, now that Crypto.com has got their act together and they're about to launch on mainnet, and they've made some changes such as letting your staking be based on your fiat amount or value of your tokens instead of an actual fixed amount. It makes more sense for users to start to accumulate and stake some of their tokens, because as long as the price goes up, you only have to meet the threshold halfway, because you can put in some money and then some of that will grow up to the level that you need to get the new card. So anyways, that's some of the reasons why I'm bullish on Crypto.com, the CRO token, in the long term. I think my goal personally is I had CRO stake before. I sold it to trade for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's doing really well. So that now that I have that going, I'm going to come back to CRO and rebuild my stake to go back to the Royal Indigo card. And I'll probably take a pause there, go back and do some altcoins, deposit them for interest, and then come back to the CRO and build that aggressively for the future, because I do believe that CRO has a future, and it's going to be really good for those people who believe in the product. So I think that's it for today. I'll cut it off here. So thanks for watching.